Core team, welcome back. It is year 4. It is day 1. I'm trying to get these CPU cores produced because we need more CPU cores. We need more CPU cores because if we want to craft better weaponry, so I think it's no, it's not there. I need to research it. It's research. If we want to craft better weaponry, teeth, then we're going to need, well, we need power cells and also CPU cores. So that's what we're going to have to work on, and I'm going to need to get power cell assembly done. So that's going to be next on my list of things to do. Now, I did say I was having problems with Talus because I do have assemble set up as number 1, and I also have research set up as number 1, and I have craft set up as number 1, and hunt set up as number 1. So he's probably struggling amongst those. But I think what I'll do is I'll bring that down to 2, and let him get on with that. Oh, before anything happens, I should point out that I have sent Rita on an expedition. So Rita is off on this expedition. She obviously hasn't left yet that I'm aware of. So it's assigned to Rita. It's a security signal. The crash site is emitting an automated high-frequency security signal characteristic of spaceship defense modules. Well, that sounds good. And that will take her 8 hours. So we're going to see. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. She should be back by tea time. So she's just getting out of bed. And are you going to have brekkie? Have a good brekkie before you go, love. Don't travel on an empty stomach, love. That's right. Get in there. What are you going to have? What are you going to... No, nothing? You're just going. Just going. I'm just going, boys. Don't do anything naughty while I'm away. Oh, she's taking pickled stuff. Bye! Well, there you go. She's gone. She is off and away. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. So that's that. So I think we can do without her. The control circuit is obviously functioning. 30%. What have I got it set at? 20%, I think. Where's my control circuit? Yeah, charging 20%, changing to 70. Yeah, okay. Well, that's just... Well, there you go. He's going to change it to 70 just so that we can see it function. Yeah, there you go. Turns on automatically. I didn't have to touch it. So, great. Away you go. Away it goes. And away you are. And it's charging now. So, hopefully we'll be able to get these 4 batteries all charged up. And then we'll have a little bit more juice in the system for spare capacity for various other bits and pieces. We have all our bits and stuff together, and it is what it is. I was thinking, just while you're here, I was watching, well, not watching, but I was thinking about, you know, putting automated defenses behind a wall, and I was saying at the time, oh, you can't do that because of this and that. Well, what if, right? Because you have this flooring, and you have a dirt floor, and I said, well, you can, you know, you can use the change height to raise the height of the floor. And I said, but that's fine because you'll never get. Oh, it didn't let me. Why didn't it let me do that? Because it won't let me do one tile. Are you kidding? Thank you. Because and there's the thing. Steps. I was like, well, of course you can make steps. I could make soil steps, right? And I could just come up to it. So I don't know if you can put things behind here. Never mind taking up the space. But if you did, would the turret point downwards? Is sort of my question. Would the turret point downwards such that I can cancel that, such that it would be worthwhile having it up here and protected? Because these things, man, they're not cheap, and if they keep getting damaged, that's a problem. So I think the only answer to that is to possibly try it. Is that a dead creature? No, it's meat. But I don't know if I'm going to try it right now. There's possibly, where could I try that out? I could try it out here maybe, because I'm not using this space. I could put an earth mound up here and put a turret up here. I think if we do floor and we do a soil floor, well, I can't even put it there because it's in the way of the flamethrower. Well, that's a bit of a nuisance, isn't it? It's got a good range. They have a good range. So could I? Blimey, where could I put this stuff? It's always a challenge, isn't it? Always a challenge. I wonder if it's going to say that that's not flat ground, isn't it? Ooh, I mean that is dicey, dicey. I could go up another one. Flipping heck. Oh, didn't I get something that was ladders? I feel, yeah, there it is, ladder. Would he climb up a ladder? Would he climb up a wooden ladder to get to that? Oh no, he doesn't like that at all. No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't. So if he wouldn't go up a ladder, could I go upstairs? Is this going to look ridiculous? Wooden stairs. Ooh. Yeah, it doesn't like it from that side. So he'd have to come around that side. Can he get around that side with all that stuff in the way? I guess we're going to find out because I'd have to put it there. Right, this is an experiment. So we want to build this plinth, and then we're going to move one of these up onto the plinth, and then we're going to see the ranged attack shriekers and things that fire things at it won't be stopped. But if we can put it up on a platform, then what I can do is I can change the layout of the fence out a bit and raise up my things on platforms so they're a little bit better protected. That's a thought, just a thought, just thinking. Right, just thinking. And what are we currently doing at the minute? Scavenging, salvaging. Yeah, we need some more stuff. What is this out here? Just a flying critter. Right, that's it. So I think, yes, Talus has got some research to do. Quinn's got some salvaging to do. Reed is off doing what Reed is doing, and some batteries need charging. So not a lot happening. I think what I'll do now is I'm extending things out a little bit, and not a lot of things are happening. So unless or until something exciting happens, I'll probably not see you again until around about day, I want to say 7. Let's say 7. I'll see you soon. Hello, team. I had to call you in for this day 7. These flying insects have gone mad. So they were. Well, there's one over there. Is it flying away? Somebody got injured. Rita got injured. Yeah, the flying insects just came over, but could they fly? So there you go. This worked, I do believe. For the flying ones, but they're flying around. So I don't know if that counts as groundwork. Anyway, insect stuff. What are we doing? Well, we're in trouble. We're out of power. So I've added in a couple more solar panels because we are currently using more than we are making. And I ran out of fuel. So we had to go and tame an olphin so that we could get its poop. So that once we've got its poop, we can make some more fuel. I'm also working on extracting oils from insect flesh because we get a lot of them, and you can do fuel blending because I need fuel to power this thing. There is other expeditions to do, but I can't do them until I've got fuel. I didn't realize just exactly how much fuel this thing uses, and it uses quite a bit. So I need more fuel. We have planted everything, so everything is planted. We are ready for spring, which has sprung. We've got bushes to harvest coming up with berries around the site. We went over here and harvested an awful lot of silicon. Because we need silicon for our various electronic stuff. But I have run across a snag. And the snag is I can't make a power cell without energy crystals. And I don't know what they are or where to find them. I've looked around the map and I've seen nothing that looks like an energy crystal. And you would think, given that it looks like a blue thing, that it would be easy to find, and it isn't. The only thing that I've ever found that makes me suspicious is this blue stuff here, but there's no. This is just rocks. There's no, and this is the heptagonia. So I don't know where one acquires these power crystals, because the issue that we absolutely have is that if we don't find these things, we are going to be in the serious poop. Because Akira team, welcome back, day 14. Quinn has just returned from an expedition. I have managed to research fuel mixing, which means I can make fuel from fats, and I've got this wooden oil press here which is making fats and oils from insects, because we have bucket loads of insect meat, which despite being in a freezer keeps going off. I don't know why, but it does. So we're pressing fuel to fuel the expeditions, and he came back and he brought some scrap and he bought a pike, which reminds me, who is not armed with anything he's now seeing as he found the laser pike. He may as well. Quality of clothes is dreadful. As you get more clothes. So there you are. We've got a wood turbine, a wind turbine down, and we've got a battery down. And needs alloys to be fixed. The batteries at the minute are currently on charge because it's daytime and because I've been switching these turrets off. We now have motion sensors ready to go, but I need some more alloys to build one of those, so we can see how well it works. How well it works at controlling these. So it should say. So there's the area of influence. So in theory, there's 3 turrets in here. So hopefully it should just. I don't know if it automatically controls them or if we have to set up a control circuit link, and I'll need to have a look at that. And then we'd obviously have to work on doing some more around here. But obviously the intention is this doesn't drain a lot of electricity, and then these only switch on when we need them, etc., etc., etc. So there you go. Other than that, we've not been doing much. We've been growing stuff, harvesting stuff, and making stuff with the vague attempt at getting stuff done. For some reason, they won't harvest this field. I don't know why they won't. They're supposed to. This is just on to fertilize. Average harvest growth. Average harvest growth. It's at 100%. Why aren't you harvesting it? I just don't know. They'll harvest everything else. Maybe it's just on their list of things to do. I don't really know. Anyway, we've got a growing stock of food. It's a bit small at the minute. We've got a lot of grain. We've got a lot of insect meat. I think we've got some dried meats happening out. No, it's just dried hides. So we might have to get into some hunting to get some red meat underway, because we're going to need that. What is this? Our sensors are reacting to repeating bursts of tachyon radiation. Ooh, tachyons, eh? So he's a researcher. Let's have a look at this tachyon thing. A tachyon is causing sensor fluctuations, is it? Well, everyone else has been on an expedition, so he may as well go on an expedition. Everyone. Quinn and Rita, respectively. So bye bye, Talus. You go find out what's happening with the tachyons. Um, what was that guy from Voyager called? Anyway, he's off to do that. These guys and girls can keep doing what they're doing while he's away, which is essentially harvesting things and cooking things. So there you go. So meat soups. Trying to get through some of this insect stuff, and leave the fruit and veggies stuff as much as we can. And I've got the wine um, in production, and I've got more pickles in production by way of sort of longer lasting foods. How did you get in there? Be butchered. So yeah, so there you go. I don't know what to do with those energy crystals. I don't know where to find them, and they're really going to hamper us not having them. So I don't know what to do about that. Oh, he's fixed that battery. Legend. It's night time, so they're draining a bit. Oh, hello, Talus. And this thing still needs repaired. But there you go. Right, Kura team, day 21. Not a lot has changed. Not a lot has changed. We just had a swarm of little critters come in. They just got mowed down by the turrets, which is fine. I'm sort of manually handling these turrets for now, and ooh, that one's not in great shape, because we haven't built this this sensor yet. So there. So we've been stocking up on fruit mainly, and harvest. We've got lots of grain. We have lots and lots of grain. We've run out of storage space here, so I've copied the restrictions over here, because in here was different. We just had, I think, construction materials, but we're going to have to start using this storage space in here because we are full in here. Which is a great problem to have. It's a great problem to actually be full of stuff. Some of the stuff that we need, however, we're not full of, like scrap for alloys and things. But it's prioritizing, isn't it? It's summer. It's the end of summer, and we've been doing an awful lot of harvesting, and we've been getting an awful lot of these berries and stuff in for this Ulfin who I'm trying to gonna keep alive. Because it makes poop. And I don't know if we have any in here. I don't see any. It doesn't seem to be making a lot of poop, or we're very good at picking it up. Because there's nothing in here. Because we can obviously use poop over here to make fuel, liquid fuel. So there you go. We've got hungry pests. Really hungry pests. I've just look around for points of interest. I wonder if that's something we need to do to find these extra things like energy crystals. And I say that because here under research there is camp management, establish strategies to maintain separate camps, construction of work areas to designate restricted zones for work and habitation. I don't know if that means you're going to be able to have more than one camp. I don't know. Restricted areas for work and habitation. I'm not sure I fully understand it. Anyway, I wonder if maybe this highlights POIs and then you go down and then you have like a mini area or something and you have to observe some things and that's how you get... Oh, I don't know, because I don't see any around here. So I don't know what the answer is. So day 21, approaching the end of summer. People aren't delivering stuff. Right, this sensor. Look, here's what it says. So it's on. It's consuming 6, which is a lot less than the 40 that these things said that they were consuming. But we worked out they were actually consuming 20 an hour, I think, give or take. So yeah, because they were consuming 400 and something. This is consuming 144, and this is taking the place of 3 of them, by the way, because the sensor area is this yellow thing, and there are 3 turrets in here, so it's a lot less juice. Now, I showed you how to set things up. So you set it up to the active circuit, and the active circuit on this is number 3, because that's what we've got. And these are on control circuit 3, and that's it. So all three of these are on control circuit 3. So in theory, as soon as something enters this area, these things will switch on and start functioning. Which is grand. Nothing so far has come from this side. All the attacks have been from the other side over here. And we're trying to get this thing constructed, but we keep running out of alloys because we don't have enough scrap, because I need to get someone to go get scrap, but I can't get someone to go get scrap because we're all so darn busy. Or we're repairing things, so repairing things takes over. So there we go. I've yet to test it. I think it's probably working. But I can't tell you for sure if it's working or not working. Yeah, but there you go. Oh, here we go. Cargo pod. Anything salvaged will perish in the following days. Okay. Well, let's get the hungry pest. Do we need to worry about the hungry pest? Because hungry pest is not like an attack. They're just, there they are. They kind of wander around eating things. And yeah, as long as they're out here, not bothering us, I don't really care. So let's have a look. I wish you would fuel this thing up. Can you fuel this thing? It's just, it's still allowed to be refueled. I just don't understand why they're not refueling it. Obviously because it's got no fuel. Expedition. Cargo pod. That's the one. Who's a good scavenger? He is. He seems pretty good. Quinn's pretty good at scavenging things, so we'll send him off. Sorry, team. Quinn's off again. Ta-ta! Right. I'll call you in day 28. Right. Bringing you back because two things. First is this thing has just shot a ground target right there. So excellent. So I've now discovered for absolute fact that this thing out here will shoot a ground target. Which is great. And the other thing about these sensors is it's all tickety-boo, but you actually have to turn these on. They were off. So there you go. So you actually have to have them on for the sensor system to work, which is fine. They're not actually using anything right now, but they are on and they are working at deterring things. So hooray! So that's two things that I've found out, which is that this platform idea works. The problem I've got is I need to find the space. I need to restructure this fence. Job for another time, I think. Too complicated right now. Anyway, yeah, it works. Hooray! Right, cure again. It is day 28. We're winding down for winter. It's getting cold outside. We're going to have to go around and we're going to have to close all the windows that are open because it's going to start getting a bit chilly, which is fine. These vents I don't think we can close. I can close the exterior vents, which is fine. I don't think it's 0 degrees inside. We might start heating up the common room areas and see what that looks like. These vents between rooms are supposed to help spread the heat evenly around, so we'll see how that goes for now. I mean, it's 0 degrees in the room. I wouldn't be able to sleep there, but maybe I'll just stick these on. The one that seems to suffer the most from heat seems to be Rita, which is just, marvelously, super fantastically, wonderfully fine. I think we've had these things away for so long. Maybe we schedule these things for destruction, and we salvage some things from them. Because I kept them not knowing exactly what the electricity situation was going to be like, but I think we're sorted with that now, and we've got the magic lanterns on the wall that always shed light even when they're switched off, so it's not actually on, but for some random reason they always shed light, so I'm just leaving them there. This is fueled and ready to go, but we're just so darn busy getting ready for winter. All of this is now on and loaded up. We've harvested a whole load of berries from around here. We've now got all this stuff. We had this scarabai attack, and there was 34 of them, and we're harvesting as many of those sneaky little critters as we can for insect meat. We've got an orphan over here that needs to be butchered. And we might need to look at butchering some more of these other adult ones that are over here. This one is producing manure. It's ending up in here somewhere, I think. I think this is it. This is the manure here, 98 and 28. So it is producing manure, and it is possible that there is manure there. I think I just need to move that down and move that up, and that will sort that out because it's on forever. They're still making these anyway. We are cooking some stuff. We had some bread, so we got some bread going, which is fabulous because it's the first time they've had bread. They've got their wine. They've got 21 wine in stock, which is great for the coming holidays. We've got 70 pickled vegetables and some more coming, so they're all in there with the pickles. We've got a whole load of grain, so we can make buttermelon pie. We've got buttermelon and grain, so we can make lots of buttermelon pie for Christmas. You know, we get, well, you know, whenever, New Year's, festival celebrations, whatever we're calling it, Happy Hanukkah and all that. What is it? Malakaliki Maka. And all that jazz. We still can't get enough alloys, can't get enough scrap. We don't have any. These are on salvage, not on. So sorry, this one is on salvage, not on scrap. So if I want scrap metal, I'm gonna have to go all the way out here to scavenge scrap metal, which could be a winter thing. So getting them into fall and getting a little bit colder. I don't think we need any more t-shirts, but I think I'm gonna have to start getting people because it's 0 degrees outside and raining. So I'm gonna have to sort out some warmer clothes, I think, for the people who are outside, and I'm gonna have to sort out a few other things, and I have to sort out this and sort out that and sort out the other because the weather is getting dreadfully, dreadfully bad. The batteries are doing fine. So during the day, anyway, we get, and especially in winter, we get a heck of a lot of juice out of these wind turbines. Not so much out of these, I guess. It's supplying, they're all supplying full juice at the minute, 20, even though that appears to be in the shade of the bloom. But these things are supplying 40, which is great. So we've got enough electricity, we've got enough going on, we've got enough food, we've got 2 full freezers, 1 full fridge, and a half with lots of berries and various other fruits and veggies and bits and pieces. And we've got 573 insects, and they just keep coming. And I think we've got enough to keep our wolfen lovely and happy. Seems to be a happy little wolfen. We should probably get out there and hunt some more of these little suckers, and get in some red meat. And that's it, preparing for the old slog into winter, right? Clearing up the fields and clearing up the harvest and clearing everything out of the way. I don't think these are ready to go just yet. These these heptagonias take ages. We haven't made any sweet stuff out of heptagonia. Can't you make? You can make something sweet. I can make grain porridge. Look at that. I boil a quick grain porridge. Just comes with grain porridge. Tasty? No, still no room for that. Beef berries. Don't have beef berries. Not met them yet. Chef's recipes. Do a chef's steak. Are you kidding? Fruits flambe. Mushroom croquette. That kind of thing, but I can't find how we make sweet stuff. We don't make it in this, do we? Ferment? No, that's not it. And it's not, I can't imagine it's in the cold oil press. So I'm not sure how we make sweet stuff from this. Let's have a look at this again. What does it say? Harvesting unlocks the harvesting of sweet syrup. So I don't know if you select that and you select that and it says no, because it's not ready to harvest, so it won't let me harvest it. Yeah, I don't know about that. Harvesting of sweet syrup. Hmm. Don't seem to have any sweet syrups in stock. Maybe we've never gotten around to that, which is a bit weird. Anyway, 35 meat soups. I think we can probably, we're still on bread. We can probably get rid of that and get rid of that for now and have a look at, what else could we do? Buttermelon pie? How about a good old 15 buttermelon pie, right? We've got 7 breads left to go, and then after that she can get on the buttermelon pie. Get some of that ready. Right, that's it. Day 28. Yeah, what does that mean? Day 35? Bring you in? Day 35? Yeah, okay. Alright, I'll see you soon. Well, Cura, Cura, Cura. It is day 35, and look at what we got. We have got Umir sleeping, happy like a baby. We found him on an expedition. Burning piece of ship came down, and we went and we got him, and here he is. And he doesn't. He comes with a problem or two in that he doesn't like Talus. He's agoraphobic. So so there you go. I mean, he's fine. He doesn't like Talus. So maybe him and Rita can hit it off. He came with some gear. We gotta get some gear. He has increased manipulation, efficiency, and happiness while inside. Well, that's great because we have all this inside area and all these benches. So he's been staying inside. So I've put all these activities down on his activity schedule. So down here at the bottom, we've got cooking, crafting, tailoring, assembling, researching, and delivering all high on his list. And anything that's outside he can essentially forget about. We might need him to hunt because that means butchering and slaughtering and going and getting stuff, but he says he's interested in it, but I don't know how an agoraphobic would be interested in hunting given that it's an outside task, unless he's shooting fish in a barrel. So yeah, so we've already put him to use, and he's already a legend. I mean, he's already powering through things, and it's amazing what one more pair of hands does. So we've given him a heater. His room's lovely and warm. We've given him a vent, stabilize the heat around this building, and I'm building him a comfy chair because there's only 3, and it seems like he probably deserves one. And that's that. And hopefully we'll be able to free up some time, like some of Talus's time, or even Amir. I think he has research 6. So research 6, yeah. So he's another one that would be good in that area. So so yeah, it's not Talus and Amir working side by side, and they don't like each other. So what does he think of Amir? Does he have any thoughts about Amir whatsoever? Was angered by Amir. Yeah, okay, so they don't get on. That's a shame. Well, we'll send Talus outside. He can go on expeditions and stuff. Yeah, so that's pretty good. So we've got that, and well, we'll see. It might be a little bit of a game changer. We are fully loaded with food, man, heading into winter. We got a lot of grain. So in the food category, I mean, they've been making fruitcake. I think we're out of sweet stuff, which is fine. So what are we going to give them? I think we were working on, we could do grain porridge, and we'll do like 15 of those, and because otherwise it'll go off. So we need to cook it or it'll go off, and the fruits and things will start to go off, and various other bits and pieces will all start to go off. So you got to kind of keep cooking it. We're only at 8. We've got some bread. We're out of meals. We've got some fruit cake and lots of fruit. The good news is we've got an awful lot of meat products, and we've got an awful lot of fruit and an awful lot of veggie products, which is great. The reason we had so much meat was there was a herd of Ulfen here, and some Shrieker hatchlings came through and butchered a lot of them, and then they attacked us, which is what all this mess is about. Which I don't care too much about the insect meat, so I'm not been bothered about that. But there was like 6 Ulfen carcasses, so we butchered all of those, and we've got an awful lot of red meat. And it would be great if they loaded all this up with hides and things, which I think they have. I think, can't we take raw red meat? Yeah, it does take raw red meat. So Yeah, we've got lots and lots of meat, so we should be cooking up a storm with meat. Where did it all go? Did they dry it all? Where is it? It's not in the freezers and not in the fridges. It says here we have. I know it's all gone already. It's all in the dryer already. It's dried meat, which is fine. I think it lasts longer, so we can still cook with that. And we could cook, for example, meat stew. A nice, decent meat stew. We'll pile through, like 15 meat stews or something, and then we'll pile through like another 15 of these, and I'll see how it goes. Like I say, I've got Emir down as cooking. He says he's got an interest in it, level 3. So I can always turn this on. But we'll see how it goes because I can always free up Rita to go outside, and she can stop cooking for a while, and she can start. We really, really need alloys, and there's still things to be mined around here, and there's silicon over here, and there's other crops and things that we could still get. We need sticks and things, so we could definitely free her up. I just want Amir to get on top of some clothing that we're desperate need of, and I think we're okay for fuel now. Yeah, we're fueled up there. Someone needs to refuel this. I don't know why it's not refueled. Who can refuel that for me? Just says turn on, so I don't get the option to refuel. Is that because it's like that? Allow the delivery of fuel? That doesn't make any sense because that's there. It says turn on. No, so I don't know. Don't know why it's not fueling up. Maybe if I turn it on or something. I don't know. We'll have a look at that. Yeah, and that's it. Honestly, I haven't done anything else in the time you've been away. I've been balancing needs, and I've been working on trying to get some things done. And we had a big attack, and I harvested a whole load of meat. And then we went out and we found Amir, and he's come through, and I've sorted him out, and I've done a bit of cooking, and winter's coming, and that's it, really. But that said, that's pretty good. So yeah, so I want to see what happens. So over the next 7 days, really, really, really interested to see what kind of an impact Amir has. We've got plenty of food. I'm not worried. He wasn't around when we harvested all this, but we got 2 freezers and 2 fridge loads that needs to be eaten, and that's fine. We can get onto that. So yeah, so exciting times. Back to 4 people, and I don't know, love affair on the horizon for Rita. I mean, why not? You're stranded on an alien planet, and the other 2 guys are, well, sharing the one room. So she's been on her own for a couple of years now. So she's bound to got needs. So there we go. So that's fabulous. That's a really, really big change for us. So we'll see what goes on, and we'll see how it goes, and I'll bring you back and let you know what impact Amir's been in the next time I come back in 7 days. Well, kia ora team. Day 42. Winter is very much among us. Yeah, this is going well. Umir's definitely helping. We have now food-wise, because he's taking turns in cooking. We're up to 20 grain porridge. We've got 18 veggie soups, 15 meat stews. He's cooking again, which is great, 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 great. Everybody's clothes are looking a bit better because we're slowly catching up on clothes and weaponry and various other bits and pieces. We're trying to catch up on the alloys situation and the fuel situation. This is currently being repaired. We had the swarm of scarabai come through, but this is repaired. We've got the sensors up and running on this side. We've got these repaired and the sensors up and running on this side. Gotta get this side done, which means more salvaging, and we're sort of out of salvage stuff anywhere near us, so we're kind of going to have to go out here for scavenging and salvaging, unless anything else more falls from the sky, which I don't think it will. We've got some ores out here. that we can definitely mine. Um, I'll put those on my list of things to do. Well, somebody's list of things to do. Well, Quinn's list of things to do. Let's be honest. Because we're definitely going to need that that ore, and we've got this over here, which has a possibility. Some stuff over there and various other bits and pieces. Yeah, so that's fine. That's still pushing out the boat in terms of metals and alloys, and metals and alloys, and metals and alloys, etc., etc., etc. Yeah, and or otherwise we are doing fine. That's our heater that's malfunctioned right there. Yeah, we are. What are we doing? We're making some antibiotics because we need some antibiotics. We're making some more pickled vegetables. We've got all this fruit. I'm trying to work our way through some of this stuff. Oil-wise, we can make grain from grain. We can make vegetable oil from grain and animal fats from insect meat, both of which can be used in cooking. And over here for the liquid fuel, I think it's exactly the same. So there's still, what is that, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800 grain. So I'm trying to keep this going. I'm also trying to use up some of the insect meat. In fact, I can probably stop that one now because we're running low on insect meat, and we'll just go straight into vegetable oil. And in fact, I think I'm going to just change that to forever, and we're just going to keep making that as one of those tasks that comes along. Clothing wise, trying to sort out a couple of trousers, and then realize no one's got hats. And it's cold snap, so everybody needs hats. I mean, everybody's mostly warm. She had pneumonia for a little bit, but she's got better. And the research for these delivery drones is coming along, and I'm trying to catch up on weaponry because we were running a little bit low on necessary weaponry. And like I said, we're trying to craft some CPU cores and various other bits and pieces, but without power cells, we're running out a bit. That said, we do have some over here. So once we get this research done, what we need to do is laser pistols, because we can't rely on rely on bows and arrows. You know, and we salvage stuff. They've got sniper rifles that they salvage from expeditions and things, but yeah, we need to be able to make our own, and we can. I think we can do that with what we've got. So let's get on and do that. So yeah, that's it. This Ulfin's going fine, no problem. Plenty of food, albeit the food is cold. I don't think the Ulfin cares. I think what I've noticed is the domesticated Ulfin here, raw red meat 120. You don't get that out of a wild one, and I guess that's the kind of difference. I guess they must have migrated off. Oh, no, they're over here. This is a wild one. Like 50, 60 is sort of more or less what you get. So you get double of the amount of meat, bearing in mind, of course, that people get really upset if you kill the Ulfin. And we don't need to. We were keeping it for manure, actually, if you recall, for making fuel. And I think we got some. Look, we got 84 manure there. So we can actually get this crafting fuel from manure as well. I don't know, say 8 times. So yeah, so we've got that's done. So we're just working on the fuels now. We got some weaponry in space in our inventory, and we need to get some trousers made and some hats made. We need to get some research done. We need to get some of this stuff. We're out of, what are we out of? Metal alloys again for the like umpteenth millionth time. So yeah, but there's Umir. He's cooking up a storm. What's on the list? Veggie soup has been limited out. Have we got anything else we could eat? I think we had grain porridge. How much grain porridge have we got? Yeah, I've got 20 grain porridge, 25 veggie soup. Working on the meat soups. We're sort of... we could make some more bread. They ran out of bread. Buttermelon pie is always good. What have they got? They got any buttermelon pie? They got no buttermelon pie. There you go. Maybe we can make you some buttermelon pie. Like 12 buttermelon pie. You guys can get onto that. And that'll keep you busy for a little while. Marvelous. So there you go. So yeah, so I feel like, is that broken? Oh, I feel like we're getting there. We're just alloys. We haven't quite finished the defenses this year because just alloys, man. Scrap metal and alloys has been a big deal, and now if we want to, we can go and get additional things from these expeditions, which is great. But we need more fuel. We have manure to make fuel with. We're running out of storage space. I'm gonna have to put in another storage room at this rate, because we've just look at how much things we've got everywhere. Yeah, we're gonna run out of storage. What's in here? Antibiotics, wine, things. Shouldn't they be going in a fridge? Really? What does it say about antibiotics and wine? Antibiotics, best stored in a fridge. Under roof 2 years. Refrigerated indefinite. Yeah, we don't we just don't seem to have enough space. Could we move the dried meat out of there? We could move the no, you can't. You don't get that level of granularity. You just have either raw food or cooked food. Other unfinished food? Nah, beverages, other items. Other items? No. No, so you don't get some of that level of granularity, which is a bit of a shame. Is this... yeah, I was going to say other items. Antibiotics is in there under other items. Same with this one. Antibiotics should be in there. That must have gotten taken out with something. Beverages should also be in there. And likewise with you, beverages should also be in there. The rest of it we don't need to worry about. Healing balm. Yeah, why not? Because that's important stuff. Yeah. Okay, so we rock on, we rock on, we rock on. Hey, just something to remember, by the way. One of my turrets was destroyed, this one here, and I had to rebuild it. When you rebuild it, you have to reset the control circuit. So while this sensor was still working and these two were still working, this one didn't have a control circuit. So it doesn't switch in automatically. Obviously, you got to do it yourself. And I've now got this sensor circuit over here. And eventually we'll get another one over here-ish somewhere. Although I'll probably start over here when we get some more alloys. Right, well, I guess the next time I see you will be New Year, and that'll be a New Year over. Gosh, see what that looks like. This is soon. Well, here we are, on the end of another year, and well, my, how things have changed, haven't they? So we've got Amir, who's been an absolute godsend, which has been fantastic. We have improved the defenses. We've got a number of automated turrets around the periphery. We've come all the way around here. We've got these two to build. This is powered, but I don't have the circuit for it. There's one here which is also powered. I don't have the circuit for it. Electricity-wise, yay! There go the fireworks. Electricity-wise, we are now... I haven't... The batteries haven't been below like 70 or 80% charge in ages. So we've got enough electricity for everything we currently need. And these devices here are only sporadic drain devices. So there you go. We've been on a number of expeditions now and brought back some interesting things and found some interesting things. We're fully geared up with fruit and veggies and pickled stuff and everything else, and we have a ready supply of meat. and various other oils and fats and various bits and pieces. So we've been able to give our survivors a bit of a varied diet, and of late we have managed to make sure that everybody's reasonably well kitted out in terms of clothing. Some of the stuff's getting a little bit old, but by and large, everybody looks pretty good, and that's really thanks to Amir as well. And yeah, that's it. And obviously, you know, Quinn and Talus have been an item for a little while now. Um, so yeah, so we're now comfortable, I think, in defense terms as well. So that's all well and good and jolly tickety boo, and we look forward to year five. What are we going to do for year five? What's going to be top of the list of our things for year five? Well, I'm kind of stumped about these crystals, these power crystals things, because it sort of does limit us somewhat. But we've got some things that we can get into. We have this ancient language from this alien thing. It takes a heck of a long time, but we possibly need to get to that. Balloon optimization seems like a pretty good idea. We're obviously still waiting on delivery drones, and we've talked about the laser pistol side of things. Um, some of this stuff I don't, you know, grenades, bench presses to keep people strong and stuff. I'm not. Why? You know, we got some of these things here like brick rooms and concrete rooms, orbital radio. Um, I mean, this might be good. Um, we might look into that. Searchlights, flak cannons. I mean, these are all nice to haves, but I mean, we could make some light mechs, but we really need to get more alloys, and I'm kind of working on that as much as I can. Force field barriers and things. Um, yeah, let's get the basic defenses ready first. Um, Concrete construction. I don't know if I want to get into reconstructing our base. I haven't even reconstructed the fence, although I could do a concrete wall with some barriers around it, give ourselves a bit of space, put our turrets up. So there could be some base building going on, depending on how comfortable we are. Nanotubes. That allows us to create carbon nanotubes, which we can use for some carbon construction elements. I think you'll see them later down. Carbon rooms, solar roofs, um, elevators. I mean, what are they expecting me to build? Carbon fortifications. What kind of base are they expecting me to build here? Combat mechs. Um, Carbon armor, and so on and so forth and such like in thing. Heat pumping would be a good idea. We can then control the temperature in the rooms, which I think is a great idea. Um, Not sure about electric smelting. I mean, I suppose I'm going through a lot of sticks. We have a lot of surplus electricity. First aid kits. We have a bunch of first aid kits, so I don't know why we would need to make some more. Brewing. That's probably a good idea. And distilling. We could make moonshine, and we can make sweet syrup, cereal, coffee, kimchi, and so on. So there's not a huge heck of a lot. Not sure about the hydroponic rack stuff. Grow fresh herbs and vegetables year round. I know, but I mean more building. Um, so yeah, I'm not sure I want to go through like reconstructing a whole major base, but I mean, as I said, once we'd sorted out how these things work, we found out that we could actually extend the wall out, build these up on plinths, and then protect them somewhat. Um, so I might have a think about that, and otherwise, yeah, like you know, like making concrete walls. How would we make these? You'd have to build the devices so that they sat out a little bit, so that they could aim down. I mean, the problem is when things get too close, so you have to have crossing fields of fire and things and all the rest of it. But as they say, we are running out of metal locally. That's a problem. Yeah, that is a problem. You know, so then there's this idea of making another camp, you know. So do we? Is there any way to, um, you know, come over here? Oh, you probably don't want to go near that. That's a that's an insect nest. Um, yeah, mushrooms and stuff and sleeping bugs, and still haven't found those blue crystals. This is just leather bark. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know really about that, about sending people out into a second base. I feel like sort of strength is in numbers right now. What's that? More metal. Um, yeah. So I'm not sure. I think, you know, it's been such a long time since we have 4 people. It's going to be interesting to see, you know, if we get really, really comfortable and they get bored and we're like, well, hey, we haven't done anything, then sure, we can start planning some things. But, you know, we're doing okay, but you know, we're still going to need to gather resources. We're still going to need trees. We're still going to need all of the kind of things that we need during summer. We've got to go through all this planting and everything else. So there's still a lot of things to do, even though there's 4 of us. But it is going to be an interesting 5th year, isn't it? I hope you're enjoying it. Exciting times with 4 people. I'm really interested to see what I can do with 4, because we were surviving on 3. I would say if you get down to 2, you better quit. Because, I mean, certainly I could have made the camp an awful lot smaller if there was 2 people, and you'd switch a lot of things off and destroy a lot of things, and you know, salvage bits from them and gradually make your habitat smaller and smaller. And obviously you can like hang on with expeditions until you rescue another survivor, and then you've got 3. But geez, it would be an uphill struggle. Three was challenging. Um, you know, and we managed to do what we managed to do with 3, I tell you. But having 4 has made such a difference. It really does. I mean, it adds 33% of the workforce. You know, it's such a big boost. You know, and especially someone who can do all of the interior crafting stuff so well. I mean, if it was only a gardener in winter, he'd be a bit rubbish. He'd be like, well, I can't really use you for much. But his interior crafting and research skills have been fabulous. So there you go. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you're still looking forward to it. It's still interesting. I have no idea what an end game solution looks like for this. Apparently there is a possibility to be rescued. Don't want to be a spoiler, but apparently there is a possibility to do that. So I don't know. We'll see how we go. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, are we going to end up, you know, rebuilding this as a multi-level apartment complex with, you know, you make the area smaller because you have all your stuff growing hydroponically downstairs, and you know, you have your crafting on the floor above that, and then you have your living quarters at the top, and you have towers and defenses and mechs and all kinds of things. I don't know, maybe. I feel like you need a field of solar panels and wind turbines, and I've just blonked them anywhere. I haven't gone for like this whole line them all up in grids and do that kind of thing, but I'm sure there's people that do. Anyway, I warble on. Do drop me a like, do subscribe, click the bell notification so that you know when I do the next one, and I will see you all again real soon. PlayStation